EA Sports, always proud to bring you the National Football League as we join you from Northwest Stadium, just outside Washington, D.C. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Washington Commanders.
First quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. They'll begin here with a run with Charbonnet.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
When you look at this defense,
they're squarely in the middle of the pack against the run this year, number 16 in the NFL.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
Hurts. A short throw there to Strange.
No gain on the play. And that's going to set up a tough.
To 9. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense very strong in the victory last week.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
180, 180.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. They're looking deep here for Flowers. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Now he's loose at the 40.
And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
A part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game, to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now, on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their own.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush. And they get to him right out of the gate. And this defense hoping that that's a harbinger of things to come.
Yeah, when you give up a first-play sack, Makes your quarterback wonder if he's going to go to the sidelines and talk with his offense coordinator and head coach and say, hey, you know that game plan we put together? We might need to change it right now.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Looking for the crossing receiver. He's got it. It's Samuel.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Cavity line. Go street. 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 Ready.
Our first carry here for Joe Mixon.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Okay,
2nd and 2, 1st down marker at the 5-yard line.
Get it. Let's go. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Ready, ready.
Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Mixon is in. Touchdown, Commanders.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Landon Aubrey now for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Commanders out to a 7-0 lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Oh, good move. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Got his man. It's the tight end Strange with it.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown.
11 yards for number 11.
That's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 41.
Intercepted. The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground.
We'll get this up to about the 44. You look at this Eagle defense.
This unit currently 7th in the NFL, Charles, in stopping the run.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in their early going. All signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
This is 2nd and 8.
Come on. Hey! 18 Cardinal, 8.
To the air goes Daniels.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
Mixon with a first down carry. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice. Down the left sideline. Trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
They'll give it to Mixon.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Joe Mixon
with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list.
And the Commanders lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
Commanders 14, Eagles 0.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to. And maybe you have to be stronger with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They'll set up a screen to Charbonnet.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Here's 3rd and 10.
Easy, 63 pass.
Throwing is Hurts. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it.
Well, almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Football 101, you've got to let the guy catch the ball.
You have to know the ball is there. You have to know it's arrived. Otherwise, you're going to get flagged every time.
Ready.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty.
Ready.
It's Mixon on the counter. And the running lanes Yards non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Cowboy 80. Go.
This is Mixon on the draw. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his receiver, Lane. Now he's loose down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Washington!
Jalen Lane,
His first touchdown on the year.
and the Commanders take a 3-touchdown lead. Aubrey now for the point after.
And it is now 21-0.
Next makes the score. Commanders 21, Eagles 0.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team.
Picked up by Trey Amos. Inside the 20. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick six.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt hold.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And they'll start on the ground with Charbonnet.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here's Hurts to throw.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up second down.
Second and 3 at the 24-yard line.
They'll set up to throw.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Play action. Here's Hurts. That is incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Here we go. 60 Bison. Warriors 70. Ready.
Now Daniels.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Panther 60.
Daniels looking to throw.
That is caught. Westbrook's got it. And he takes it. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Commanders continue to pull away here in this first half. The extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And that makes this 35-0 now.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Back to throw here.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
They're going to look to throw.
Now Hurts is going to do it himself.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
And that'll be incomplete with a penalty flag here on the field. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that thing go.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long.
180.
He'll look to throw. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on second down.
Back to Mixon on second down.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play.
Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Hey. Cowboy 80.
Mixon will get it to start the second half. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 59 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Second down and 3.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand. Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Looking to throw. Whitaker.
And that's going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick by Elliott is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
And they're on the 35-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to try back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Now 2nd and 9.
Hey, 18, pioneer. 60 by...
Throwing now is Daniels. Now he'll tuck this and run to Mixon on the check down. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
To throw is Daniels. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Here we go, here we go. Ready?
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Given up a lot of points in this game, but looked better on that play. They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to third and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a third one.
Yeah, now from this spot on third down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
Well, you got to think Charles Atwin's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
This will be caught just inside the 10. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. Fourth down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
I got to think at this point, third quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even start to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys that haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he finally runs out of gas, but not before he's inside the 10-yard line.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure. They thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
On first and 10, it's Charbonnet.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
7-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Whitaker.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to the top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
They'll look to throw on third and goal.
He'll try and do this himself.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Here we go, set. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Rocco 80.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Accelerating, and off he goes.
And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last. And make it.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. That's Azeez Al-Shaair getting through for the sack that time.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw. Whitaker.
A short throw there to Strange.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Pulled in at the 24. Give him 11 yards that time on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Ready?
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Come on, come on.
And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
66 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down and get...
And now off to the races down the right side.
Joe Mixon. And he's going to get this all the way down to the 2 before he's wrestled out. Big yardage that time for Washington. 55 yards.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
On the ready.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Red. Cougar 19.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington.
So from the 2, now they move back to the 7-yard line. 1st and goal.
Bronco 80. Alert! Alert!
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or 2 if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Cowboy 80. Ready, ready.
Here's a run with Mixon. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Commanders are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Aubrey now for the PAT.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Commanders 52, Eagles 3.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they'll try to hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
1st down, Eagles.
Now a handoff to Charbonnet.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game. Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
From the gun on 3rd down, Whitaker. And this one is incomplete.
crowd you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
A 50-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
31-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they got the big lead here in the fourth.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Williams going to get it again on second down.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 70 left.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Stephanie! 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Oh, and they set the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
All that rapping pay your bills. Yeah, I'm on some rappers pay my bills. All up on TV, I thought it made me richer. Wasn't paying me enough.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
Cougar 19.
Now it's Mixon running right. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. And by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just Complete dominance.